Okay, hello guys. For this first tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do Punnett square problems for sex-linked traits. Sex-linked traits are traits that are on the X chromosome and not on the Y chromosome. So as a result, males are affected much more often than females. And we're going to look at why that is. First of all, I'm just going to do a very simple Punnett square showing that there's always a 50% chance of having a boy or a girl. So the way I'm going to do this, I will set up my Punnett square. And I'm going to fill it in with the parent's sex chromosomes. Now the dad is always going to be XY. And the mom is always going to be XX. So if I were to fill this in, we see that there's a split, 50% chance of female and a 50% chance of male. Okay? So that's sort of how we can use sex chromosomes. And whenever we are doing a sex-linked trait, we're always going to use these sex chromosomes. So we're always going to use two X's for the mother and XY for the father. So now let's look at a sample problem. And so here we have show the outcomes of a normal vision father and a mother who is a carrier for color blindness. We're using X and then we're putting the allele on the X. So if it is, in this case, the dominant trait is normal, so we're going to say X capital B, and the recessive trait is colorblind, and we're going to use X lowercase b. So again, we're going to make our Punnett square, simple 2x2 grid, but now we need to fill in the parents, and this is where students seem to struggle the most. Because they need to correctly put the parents in. So let's see, if we do this, we're saying that so before we even worry about what the alleles are, let's do this. Let's just put in the parents' sex chromosomes. We're going to put the father over here, and he's an X and a Y. We're going to put the mother over here, and she's two X's, just like we did before. Now we're going to try to fill in the B's on the X chromosome. So the normal vision father means he's going to have a capital B on this X chromosome. And we don't put anything on the Y. We leave the Y blank. It's like a placeholder. So this is the father's genotype. And then the mother is a carrier for color blindness. So a carrier means she's going to be heterozygous. She has normal vision, but she carries the colorblind allele. So we're going to put a capital B on one of these and a lowercase b on the other. And that's how we set up the parents. Now we fill it in, and in this box we're going to have a homozygous dominant individual. In this box we're going to have a heterozygous individual. In this box we're going to have a male. In this box, we also have a male. So now I'm going to fill in the phenotype so we can see. And for each phenotype, I'm going to say if it's male or female. So this box with two X chromosomes is a female. And because she has two dominant alleles, she's going to be normal vision. This box is also female. And she's heterozygous, but because she has that capital B, she's also going to be normal. So both female offspring, if these two parents had a daughter, she would definitely have normal vision. She may be a carrier, but she definitely have normal vision. Now the sons, okay? So this is a male because of the XY, and because of that capital, he's going to have normal vision. This one is also a male, but because he only has one because he only has this one allele, he's going to exhibit that trait no matter what. So he is going to be colorblind. So we would say the odds of having a normal female is 50%. The odds of having a colorblind female is 0%. The odds of having a normal male is 25%, and the odds of having a colorblind male are 25%. So that's how you do a sex-linked problem. And so now I want to, let's see, I'm going to exit out of this. And so I'm going to look at, if you're working on the sex-linked packet, this is the first problem. So I'm just going to do this with you guys as well. Don't forget to write your name at the top. So here it says, in fruit flies, one eye color gene is X-linked with a recessive white allele and a dominant red allele. And so over here, I see that we're using a capital, so X capital R for red eyes and X lowercase r for white eyes. So now the parents. If white-eyed female flies are bred to red-eyed male flies, describe the expected offspring. I'm also saying here, assume all parental flies are homozygous. So in the case of the females, they're always going to be homozygous, either dominant or recessive for these problems. So here, the first thing I'm going to do is just fill in my sex chromosome. So XY over here and XX over here. That's it. For sex-linked problems, always do that first. Now I'm going to put the capital R or lowercase r on these as I need. So I'll start with the white-eyed females. In order to have white eyes, she has to be recessive. So she has to be homozygous recessive to have white eyes. So I'm going to put lowercase r and lowercase r. And then the male has red eyes. And so for the male having red eyes, I'm going to use a capital R on his X chromosome and nothing on the Y. Remember, don't put anything on the Y chromosome. Sorry, let me come back to this. So now I can fill this in. So I'm going to fill it in. We have X capital R, X lowercase r. Here we have X capital R, X lowercase r. Here we have X lowercase r, Y. And here we have X lowercase r, Y. So I'll fill in each genotype. So this is going to be a female because of the two X's. And because of that dominant, she'll have red eyes. This will also be a female with red eyes. This will be a male, and because of that lowercase, he's going to have white eyes. And this is a male with white eyes. So then to fill this in, the odds of having a red-eyed male are 0%. A white-eyed male is 50%. A red-eyed female is 50%. And a white-eyed female is 0%. Remember, these should always add up to 100%. Okay? The next problem, it says the reciprocal cross. So you're going to do red-eyed females and white-eyed males. And remember, the female will be homozygous. So just make sure you do that next time as well. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Feel free to watch this video again. I'm going to post 2 other tutorials for these advanced genetics problems if you need help. Okay, good job.